Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this.
The guy who carried me when I hosted Sirius a few years back, right, Bruce? You carried me.
It's Bruce Pearl. Bruce Pearl, the head coach of Auburn, is joining us now. Bruce Pearl, did you carry Jeff Goodman?
The only pro. I was recently removed from my position at Tennessee, not of my own choice. And Jeff kind of saved me. But you know what? We kind of saved each other because we were both sort of in a little period of transition. And we had fun. We got to know each other's families a little bit. And the one thing about, when we were together, we called it like we saw it. And some people liked it and some people didn't. And we didn't really care.
We did not. We did not. And I think Bruce liked doing the show with me, Fanta, because he knew at that time he couldn't get all the coaches on. So I think he used me for some of the access. I got along with some, but didn't get along with some. He was the same way at that point. So we worked pretty well together. But Bruce, listen, let's talk about your team here because, man, I talk to you every year before the season. And you're usually about as realistic as any coach I talk to. You've been doing this a long time, and you call it like you see it with your team.
Yep.
And you said to me in the preseason this year, you remember what you said to me?
Well, I don't remember what I said to you, but my guess was this, and I'll just say what I thought. I thought we were fair to be pick 6. I thought there were 5 teams better than us. I thought that Tennessee, Kentucky, Alabama, Texas A&M, and then I probably gave us a 4, a 5 or 6, and then I was wondering, would it be Florida? Would it be Ole Miss? Would it be, Arkansas? Who else would it be? That's what I thought I told you. But I'm 63 years old.
That's what you told me.
So that's what I told you.
You forget. I know your memory isn't great anymore, but that you're spot on. That's exactly what you told me, Bruce. And I kind of went and told everybody that. I was like, all right, I'm not putting them in the top 25. Bruce doesn't think they're great, so why the hell am I? And honestly, you didn't have a star. Broom's a terrific college player, but you don't have a lottery pick or a first-round pick on this team. Why have you been able to do such a hell of a job with this group, Bruce? What is it about this group that has us thinking that they might be a Final Four contender?
Well, I think it starts with the kind of guys we got on the team. When you return guys like Janine Broom for his 4th year of college, Dylan Carwell, his 4th year at Auburn, Jaylin Williams, the winningest all-time player in the history of Auburn basketball for his 5th year as a graduate student, Chris Moore for his 4th year, Katie Johnson for his 3rd year, and Trey Donaldson coming back. You're talking about 6 really good kids who all work really, really hard and all really good college players. And then when you recruit guys like Denver Jones out of Florida International, the leading scorer in Conference USA, but you tell him, listen, you're not going to be leading scorer at Auburn. You got to guard better. You got to do this. You got to do that. But, you could be a really, really good piece. I'm losing, a couple guys there. And then Chad Baker-Mazara, junior college kid that is like a sleeper. He is a big-time sleeper because he knows how to play. I can put him in ball screens. He can shoot the ball. He can make plays defensively. And even though he's a little light in the butt, he hasn't had to play ridiculously high minutes. And so he's still fresh as we go into the SEC season. Chaney Johnson, take a Division II guy, right? I mean, he is a freak athlete who is a really good player this year. He's going to be a great player for us next year. And so I think, Jeff, older guys, but good guys, and guys that can get recruited the right way. And then you sum of the part, and then Leor Berman, who is a returning guy. So we're playing tonight. We played 10 guys, 10 or more minutes. We have, 11 guys, 10 or more minutes, and we've got 10 guys averaging 15 minutes or more. It just comes down to playing unselfishly, and because they play fewer minutes, we can play hard.
Bruce, you guys have won 11 straight games. You won your first 5 in the SEC, and in those 5 SEC wins, Jaylin Williams is averaging over 15 points and 6 rebounds. Before the season, what you told me for the Almanac was that you thought he was going to have a chance to take a step forward to be one of the best forwards in the SEC, and he's doing it right now. What have you seen out of him in these last 2 weeks?
Jose, I appreciate you giving me the love of calling that one a little bit, because all Jay Will had to do is be willing to wear it. Just be willing to put that jacket on of being one of the better players at his position in the league. No more potential. No more you got a chance. No more you can affect the game. No more every now and then show us some ooh and ah. But night in and night out. Quite frankly, he didn't do it all summer. Chaney Johnson, who was excited to come to every single practice, and that was part of it too. I mean, Chaney made Jaylin Williams better. But he can score inside and out. All right? He can put the ball down the floor with either hand. He can guard multiple positions. And this year, because he's older, he's not passing on physical plays. And when he was younger, he was a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, Jaylin Williams is a problem. He understands our system. You know, he's just a phenomenal teammate. I got some crazy, passionate guys, nuts like me. And Jaylin Williams is cool, calm, and collected. But his motor's running, and he's demonstrating that he can play at the next level.
Bruce, before we let you go, you know, the number 1 team in the country's changed hands. You're in as good a league as any in America. NIL has led a lot of players to coming back and staying around. There's big-time names, big-time stars. The games speak for themselves. How much fun is college basketball right now?
Hey, John. First of all, thank you also for putting a little love on the Auburn Tigers sooner than most folks did. I want to give you a little shout out for that. The game is in great shape. The quality of the game is in great shape. The stuff off the court, which the transfer stuff, I love the NIL because I love the fact that kids are able to get compensated. We got to get it somehow a little bit under control. Look, every now and then, my dad told me I had to do something, and I had to listen to him because you know what? He was older, smarter, and he loved me. I don't mind kids transferring and being able to be eligible. One time, I think it's great. But when you put that transfer whenever you want thing out there, I just think we're teaching kids to flee and not fight. And I don't think it's in their best interest. I just don't. And unfortunately, you know what happens at the end of every season? Look, I had college coaches, head coaches calling a couple of my players who returned this past year and offered them more money, more playing time if they transferred there. That's just, God, we got to have there's got to be some dignity amongst thieves a little bit. We got to stop that. You know, we just got to stop that. So, but how good's the game? I mean, look what you guys are calling every single night. Look, every night. These kids are playing hard.
Bruce loves the game. Right. Hey, Bruce loves the game right now because he's winning. He loves the game now, right?
I do, but I tell you what. I tell you the other thing that's happening too is I didn't like the fact that we weren't able to get the secondary defender to come over and take charges, and I didn't love that rule change. It may have been a good rule change because you know what? You're not having all these ridiculous collisions at the basket, and the officials having to call these block charges, and then as a result, they're letting things go with verticality, you know, which making you earn the shots on the inside. I think the game's gotten a little easier to call from the officials, and so yeah, the game is good. It's good.
Well, and Auburn's really good. They're great. They're 16-2. They beat Ole Miss, another top 25 win, 82-59 tonight. The Jungle's rocking, and so are you, Bruce Pearl. Thanks for joining us on After Dark.
Great to be with you guys. War Eagles.
Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.